This week's parasha is Parshat Vayakhel. Moshe Rabbeinu instructs the Jewish people to bring all of the different elements that are necessary for the construction of the Tabernacle. And he addresses the people in a way which is very similar to the way that Hashem himself told him in the previous parasha, Parashat Kitisa, who is the person, the soul, the great soul that he is responsible and he is appointed to be the artisan of the tabernacle. His name, of course, we probably all know is Betzalel. Betzalel ben Uri ben Hur. In the previous parasha, the verse read, Hashem is speaking to Moshe Rabbeinu. It says, Re'ei karati b'shem, Betzalel ben Uri ben Hur l'matei Yehuda. See, I have called by name. And then it says what the name is, Betzalel ben Uri ben Hur, from the tribe of Judah, of Yehuda. In this week's parasha, the verse is Moshe is now addressing the Jewish people, not Hashem addressing Moshe. And he says almost the same words, but slightly different. He says, Ru'u, see, in the plural. He's speaking to the whole people. Ru'u kara Hashem. In the previous parasha it says, Karati, Hashem is speaking, says, I have called. Here it says, Ru'u kara Hashem, that Hashem is called B'Shem, by name, and once more, Betzalel ben Uri ben Hur l'matei Yehuda. Then, in both parshiot, it describes the great wisdom and understanding that Hashem has given him, which is necessary for the construction of the tabernacle. And it says that I have filled him with the Spirit of Hashem, the Spirit of God. And I have given him both wisdom and understanding and knowledge and the ability to make all of the vessels of the tabernacle. But here in this week's parasha, there's one very, very important difference, which is an addition, a verse that does not appear, an idea, an attribute of Betzalel that is not mentioned at all in the previous parasha. And the words are Ulhorot Natan Bilipo. The new thing here is that it says that I have given in his heart, Hashem has given in the heart of Betzalel the ability to teach others. That concept of teaching others is not mentioned at all in Parashat Kitisa. One of the great commentaries of the Chumash is the Or HaChaim HaKadosh. And he explains that to give in his heart the ability to teach actually means two different things, which are interdependent. First of all, it means that he has a talent to teach. Not everybody is blessed and gifted with a talent to teach others. Many people just know how to do things themselves, especially an artisan, an artist. So he knows how to paint or to sculpture himself. But to give over his talent to someone else to teach, he is not necessarily talented enough to do that. So the first thing is that he has the talent himself to teach others. And the second thing, which is also obviously necessary, that he has what's called a good eye, that he has a deep desire in his heart to share his wisdom and his ability with other souls. And once more he explains, and actually Chazal explains in the name of these sages, that there are many, many people that know how to do things, but they're stingy with their knowledge, that they don't want to share themselves and their knowledge with other people. And they want to keep it to themselves. It's my private domain, my private understanding. If you need this particular thing, you have to come to me because I have the monopoly on this particular item. So if you want this item, you have to come to me. So he doesn't want to teach other people how to do it, how to do what he knows how to do. And there are many examples of this in relation to the tabernacle itself, that there were different families that knew how to do something that other families didn't know how to do. And they were stingy with their knowledge. They were not willing to teach other people what they knew. And in those cases, the sages were very dissatisfied with those souls. So here, the verse is telling us that Betzalel was given the gift to teach and also the desire to teach, that he had a good eye and he wanted to share everything, all of his knowledge with other souls. Now, since building a tabernacle is building the dwelling place for Hashem below, v'asudi mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham, that our purpose is to build for Hashem a dwelling place below. For that reason, He created the world. He wanted to have a dwelling place below, and we're responsible to construct that. And the archetypal soul that is the artisan, that is building, constructing, is Betzalel. So we have to learn as much as we can from Betzalel. But we have to emulate Betzalel, be like Betzalel. And here, in addressing, when Moshe is addressing the Jewish people, he's saying that the most important thing to learn, what he is gifted with, that Hashem gave him. But the most important thing that Hashem gave him is Ulahorot Natan Belibo. He gave in his heart the talent and the desire to teach. Let's say someone comes and says, oh, I don't have the talent to teach. I can learn, I can understand, but I'm not able to teach. So the answer is, if you have enough desire to share and to give, not just to give material goods, but to give spiritual goods to others, to spread wisdom in the world, the more desire you have, your latent talent will become revealed, because everyone has a latent talent at some level of his soul. And in order to reveal that latent talent to teach itself, that depends on the amount of deep desire. It's called cheshek. Actually, the two words in Hebrew for the talent itself and the desire to teach are very related, because one is chush. The word for the talent has a chush. He has a chush for teaching. Ulahorot natan belibo. That's the talent. And the desire that he has to teach, and the good eye that he has, and he wants to share himself with others, that's called cheshek. And the two words chush and cheshek are very related to one another. Both of them have the identical two-letter subroot, which is chash. Chash is the beginning of a secret in Kabbalah, which is called chashmal. First you have to have a chush and cheshek, and then you can speak, and then you can teach others. That's called the secret of chashmal, the most mysterious word in the Bible that appears in the vision of the chariot that Yechezkel saw. So here, Betzalel has both of them. We have to learn how to have both, to reveal the latent talent to teach. Everyone has to desire to be a teacher, to teach others. Just like you have to desire to give material things to others, to be able to teach others. So first it depends on the cheshek. And with the cheshek comes the chush. And then you can spread knowledge. And then everyone can participate in building the tabernacle for Hashem, which is making a dwelling place for HaKadosh Baruch Hu here in this world.